Hello, I'm Jen with The Bold Thing, and I am here today to support you in setting some intentions for the next month in your life, your leadership, your business, your career, wherever it feels authentic for you. And why am I putting this video out to be shared on, what's today? The 3rd instead of the 1st or right before October? It's because I am here to support you in setting intentions that are going to allow you to work with the energy that we will be receiving from October's new moon. The new moon is technically on Wednesday, but nature doesn't work the way the Western calendar and stuff works. It's not hard cutoffs. We start to feel the energy before it comes in after the date, and it just kind of swirls and dances. And so we are here for that today. I prefer the moon's calendar and the seasons as a calendar because they're just a little bit more natural than the man-made calendars. Why did we go and make these calendars when we already had calendars around us, right? The moon gives us a full month, the seasons give us quarters, and yet we went against that. So I'm not here to be like, let's dance naked under the moonlight. I'm a coach who believes that we can work smarter versus harder by working with the rhythms and the flows that are given to us by nature. So here we are. And I want to invite you to receive this in any way that's going to work for you. Maybe you want your eyes open and you want to watch the screen. Maybe you want to journal around and you want to jot down the things that are really standing out for you so you can journal on it more, so you can practice it. So I'm going to be moving slowly. And at the end, I'm going to support you with taking a few things out, because if you try to take everything that you feel called to, it might be a little bit too much, and that can be a way we self-sabotage. So this is clean slate energy. New moon on Wednesday. Maybe you'll notice it on Tuesday too. Maybe Thursday. You're going to notice the sky's black. There's no moon. So clean slate. And I want just to invite you to come from a clean slate right now. And if you're not there, maybe you hit pause and maybe you shake it out. Maybe you go clear, get complete, however you do that for you. Come from a clean slate so your intentions are not marred by past crap. All right? So let's get going. So this new moon energy that's really going to be coming in the most potently on Wednesday, but we're already feeling it's a Kickstarter for a lot of the experience we're going to have in October. So be mindful. If this is the experience you're going to be cultivating for the next month, make it count, make it matter. And so just beginning to imagine air, like air around you, right? The air moving, the air still, the air getting into all the spaces. Just imagine air. Imagine the qualities air possesses. When you think about the being of air, the qualities of air, what comes up for you? And again, if you want to pause this and do this all right in the moment, if you have time, please do. And if not, just jot this down and come back to it, okay? Make this work for you. Full life, slower life, make it work for you. And so I want to invite you, if this practice would provide anything for you for the next month or for this new moon time, practice allowing yourself to be like air. Practice allowing yourself to be like air. Don't try to figure out what that means. Just feel it. Feel how air moves. Feel how the air is moving through you. And practice allowing yourself to be like it from here, not here. Allow your air feels. To be a part of your speaking, your thinking, how you show up, where you take action from, in a way to lead you to possibilities. The theme that we're actually going to be getting from the full moon later this month is anything is possible. So if you could use some support and possibility, I'll share a little bit more about that at the end, but there is a free fireside chat about that. And there is a paid event, a guided visualization for that. So we're going to be leading into the anything is possible from this new moon to the full moon. Just leaning into possibility. Regarding the theme of the month, there's going to be stuff that comes up around the concept of balance, around the concept of equality. Through that realm, is there anything for you to look at in your life, in your leadership, in your business, in your career, when it comes to balance and equality? Again, pause, jot it, write it if you need, or come back to it. And there's really going to be a lot of energy around collaboration, harmony with others, harmony with nature. How is collaborating with others and nature currently going for you? Honestly, without making yourself wrong, without passing judgment, just so you can get an honest check-in, because when you do that, without any energy around it, you can shift more quickly. How's that going for you? If you are going to move forward with being harmonious with others and with nature, what does that next step for you look like in doing that? Who do you get to practice being for that to happen? There's going to be a lot coming up as well around oneness and duality. That oneness, we are of source, we are source. And then there's that duality. Source is separate from me. I am separate from source. I am separate from you. You are separate from me. We are all one. So just noticing, what is your relationship right now to duality and polarity? Can you hold space for views that are not yours? Can you hold space that no one's right and we all are coming forward with our own thoughts and beliefs and we're right through our lens? What's your relationship like that to those things? In that gap space, how can you close that gap some more? Even though you may want to, especially for those of you that are people pleasers, martyrers, that's a survival pattern. That's not your power. That's not love. It's survival. Put yourself first. There's going to be a cost if you don't this month. There's going to be a cost. So maybe get clear on when you don't put yourself first and you need to, what's the impact? What for put yourself first? What's possible? Stay out of the selfish conversation. It's bullshit. This is about taking your power back. You get to come first so you can pour into the people that you serve, your kids, your partners, your friends, your clients, your family, yourself. And maybe practice and exercise every day where you come into your power. Maybe you take a Wonder Woman pose. Instead of getting into that here, I'll let you Google it. It's very traditional, or it's very close to Tadasana, mountain pose if you're a yogi. There's neuroscience around this. It's simple, but it draws on confidence. It draws our power. So if you're having a hard time accessing that, maybe get into a power pose. The energy is ripe to push past your fear, my friends. Harness that energy. What do you need to step into your power and move through the fear? A lot of our fear is irrational. Move through it. What do you need to move through it? Who do you need to move through it? Your emotions may heighten. Feel it. Lean in. Allow it. Don't get stuck in the emotions. That's why we surrender to them. What does grace look like for yourself if your emotions are a little bit bigger? What does grace look like? How are you going to remember what grace looks like if you're taken out? What's that conversation or that work you can do with yourself before triggers might enter your space? How can you remember it if you are triggered? And just imagining like the sky is black and blank, your slate is clear. That can be a little bit scary, but it's beautiful. Practice leaning in. Other things to ask yourself as you're gearing up for this month. Is there anywhere you're giving too much? Is there anywhere you're receiving too much? What would it look like to shift that a little bit? What would it look like to shift that? Who and how can help you get there? Doing it alone and being independent to the point of detriment is not powerful, my lovies. It's survival mechanism. We are our most independent when we are working with people and systems that support us to open and be more independent. Connect to your boldness, connect to your courage. That's accessible this month. It's there. Even if you don't know it, it's there. How can you pull it out? Remembering there's enough. There's enough time. There's enough money. There's enough energy. There's enough for everybody. We're not being modeled that. But the truth is, there's enough. We're seeing unsustainable survival everywhere. There's enough when we're outside of that. Gratitude brings us back to that. What are you grateful for? Why are you grateful for it? Sounds silly, but gratitude is an emotion that's very powerful, and it can rewire your brain, and it's neurochemical, right? So when we're in gratitude, we create more powerfully. Share it. Share what you can with the world. As long as you're putting yourself first and you have the reserves, share it. What does it look like to share it? Honor your transformation. What does it look like to honor your transformation? And now, I'm going to pause with you for a moment. And please take a moment after this if you don't get this while we're here. 1 to 3 action items that you can take out of this and start immediately or tomorrow. Insight plus the action is what equals results. We don't want to just be here visualizing, thinking, and we don't want to just be here in action. We want to be mindfully taking action. And you might come out of here with 20 things you want to do. I promise you, you're not going to win at that game. It's going to feel like too much. It's going to be overwhelming. You're going to get taken out. 1 to 3 actions. Play a game you can win at. What are the 1 to 3 things to really focus on that are going to make a difference for you? And so as we're spending the next month cultivating this, when we get to the full moon on the 20th, that's where we're going to release all of this, celebrate how it went, forgive ourselves if it didn't go how we wanted, and let it go. And I will be hosting space for that celebration, for that release. It'll be live the day after the full moon on Thursday, the 21st at 7 Eastern, but it's recorded. And I send the recording out to everybody who registers right after. There's breath work, there's music, there's guided visualization, and that's where I get to bring in my background in neuroscience, so I love it. So I hope to see you there if that would support you to have that after this. And then a free fireside chat to talk about that anything is possible full moon energy we're getting. That's going to be on Wednesday. It's actually going to be on the night of the full moon. That's free. It's 7 Eastern. It's an hour. And I hope that you'll come there and be a part of the conversation. Please reach out if you have any questions, comments, or if there's anything I can do to support, whether it's through the visualization, the fireside chat, and I coach people to integrate a lot of this stuff. Again, we're not coaching about the moon. Well, we can if you want to. It's really just working with the energy that's out there to support the transformation. I offer packages, one-off sessions. I'm here to serve you. So let me know how I can help you with this. And I hope you enjoy this beautiful new moon energy we're getting. And it will be at its most potent on Wednesday. I love you. Bye.